What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Connectors Corner, where we build everything on kingdom principle. I am your host, Drew Dockery. I'm a business coach, and I help sales professionals and entrepreneurs not leave money on the table by doing three simple things. Number one is monetizing your relationships. Number two is growing your networks. And number three is making the proper connections. So right now we're continuing our series of the three simple things. First conversation, last time we had talked or whatever, the first conversation was monetizing relationships. We dove deep into that particular element of how we do this thing. The second thing we're going to talk about for the simple things, three simple things, is growing your network. Again, I got some notes, we're going to get to some of them. Hopefully we can get through all of them. But growing your network. So what does it look like when you're growing your network? I would say, how do you grow your network? What does it look like? Simple. You just add new friends, pretty much. You add new friends, you're meeting new people. But I have broken it down into like maybe 2 or 3 different phases. So the first, we know what we need to do. That's the objective, adding new friends, right? Secondly, we want to get into different or new environments. That's the first phase of it. Add new friends is the objective. First thing we need to do is start to get into some different environments. So what environments are you privy to right now? If you're in business and you're in the club, that might be a little tough to build business that way. However, depending on what club you're in, you might be able to have some business contacts or come away with some business contacts. Just my opinion, just my thoughts. My goal is to meet people no matter where I go. So when I'm adding new friends, I'm always in the mode of networking, connecting with new people so that I can make sure I'm getting into those different environments. And of course, those new friends will bring you into other environments. So the first step, first objective, add new friends. First phase of that, you go out and get new friends yourself. Get yourself into new environments. So for me, in the book, the Connector's Handbook, if you don't have that, you're definitely going to need it when you're moving and grooving in those rooms of greatness. But everything I teach in my mastery program, it's in the book. So it may cost 5 figures to learn from me. You can get it in the book for $27. Ebook $35. So just go to connectormastery.com, get the book there. But in the book, we talked about the $1 billion room, right? So the $1 billion room concept is, I did a video on that. I don't want to go too deep into it, but the greatest part about that is how I got into the room in the first place. It was not something that I was typically, nobody sought me out as a guest to that event. I knew somebody who knew somebody, and they got me into an event that I typically wouldn't be, invited to based on a number of different circumstances. But either way it goes, I ended up in the room and made some great business contacts while I was there. So it was a new room for me. Now, the second phase to that is being ushered into new rooms. Now, what I tell people all the time is when you're adding new people to your network, because your network is going to create your net worth. Your network is so powerful because each person is a doorway. So we call it like everybody has their own worlds, right? You have your own world, I have my world. So what I do is when I meet you, I am now connecting with you on a level where we can have a relationship, friendship, whatever, and you'll introduce me to the folks that I don't know in your world. And you have to be comfortable enough to do that. This is what makes sales tricky. As an entrepreneur or a sales professional, it's hard to get into those new worlds, get into those new rooms. But you have to know some of the right people. And they also have to be comfortable enough to say, hey, I want to introduce you into this person or to this room, and this person will take you somewhere else. So it just totally depends on who you're connected to and how you get into those rooms. But that's really it. You have to be looking at people who are doorways to the next step, whatever new phase, whatever new room you're trying to get into. I'm quite sure it's connected to a person. So I make sure I do what I need to do to make sure people can usher me into those rooms and they feel comfortable. So whatever my business is and whatever your business is, you should be doing it at a level where people can be comfortable with you bringing value or adding value to them, their friends, their family, and they don't mind you doing whatever it is you do with them as far as how you guys connect, how you guys relate to each other, how you guys build a friendship or build a business together. You want to make sure that they're comfortable with that, because now when you go and talk to their friends, you talk to their family, they want to be comfortable too. They don't want to feel like they're being taken advantage of. In the book, I said everybody wants to be sold. Everybody wants to be sold. When you're getting into a place, you know you're going to spend some money, you want to be sold. The key is not being taken advantage of. And that's the key. So that fine line a lot of salesmen don't know how to walk is what I teach them how to walk. You have to maneuver a certain way to get into those new rooms, to get connected with those new people, and then also letting them usher you into another room that's going to allow you to make more money. That's the key. The goal is to make more money, hands down. And like I said, we build everything on kingdom principle. It's a principle. He who wants friends or desires friends must first show himself friendly. So in order to do that and add new friends, you have to become a certain type of person who can monetize those relationships. Monetizing those relationships will help you grow your network. And there you don't leave money on the table, because a lot of people end up damaging relationships and damaging their credibility so bad with people to the point where I don't want to introduce you to nobody. I don't want to let you meet anybody I know. I don't want to bring anybody to buy cars from you. I don't want to buy insurance from you. I don't even want anybody to support your business if you're an entrepreneur, because you might suck at what you do. You don't know how to connect with people. You don't know how to relate to people. You have to be in the business of building relationships. So as long as you look at relationships that you tend to build as a currency or a tenure, and you do something, or tender, not tenure, tender, form of payment. Okay. So you're looking at it as a way to do business. You're looking at people as ways to do business. It's not always about your money. You hear a lot of times when it comes to real estate, when it comes to investing, you want to use other people's money. Well, guess what? You can't get to other people's money if you don't know other people. So you're going to have to connect with them enough to where they're okay and they're comfortable with allowing you to use their money. See? That's how you grow your network. So growing your network is the second part of the simple things that's extremely important. You want to make sure you don't fumble the ball on that, because you will fumble the bag and leave a lot of money on the table just in that process alone when it comes to growing your network. So, I just wanted to drop by and give you guys this little tidbit. We're in the dream room for this session, maybe the next one too. But either way it goes, hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying, and we can continue this conversation. And the next step we're going to take is now making the proper connections. When you're getting ushered into those rooms, you don't want to just meet everybody. You want to meet key people. And a lot of times when I go to business events, and I'll explain this, but when I go to business events, I don't carry business cards, and it's specifically because I'm going to make you want to connect with me. You're going to want to have direct contact with me. You're going to want to communicate with me outside of just having a business card. If I give you a business card, you probably put it in your pocket and never look at it again. So I wrote about it in the Connector's Handbook. Definitely want to get that so that you can understand those principles and those elements to how you want to make more money and not leave money on the table. Nobody wants to leave money on the table. I want to get everything I'm supposed to get when it comes to me building my business. And I'm sure you feel the same way. So with that being said, I look forward to talking with you guys soon. As I tell you guys all the time, dream bigger, believe better, and expect greater.